All right, here we go. I'm not gonna call Terran anything other than T Dog now.
Yeah, so I didn't know I was the only one that did this. Whenever I see like Taryn in Discord or something, I call him T Dog.
Gotcha.
And I think about 2 weeks ago, I was hanging out in chat with the guys like I do, and I was like, "Sup, T Dog?" And then John pointed out to me, he goes, "Why do you always say that?" I was like, "Cause it's Taryn. First letter of the name's T, and he's my dog. And my dog is out here gaming right now with Red Green Storm."
So Terran on the play. Not a lot for Baba to do this turn other than play land. Not a lot of one drops other than suspending a Rhinos, which is not a bad play for Rhinos. No. I mean, that's pretty typical.
I mean, turn one suspending Rhinos, that means Terran can be staring down 16 damage on turn 4.
Well,
turn
5.
Yeah. Time so counter 1.
Yeah, Archimancer out for Terran, and that has got to be dealt with. I think there's a fire which can kill it, right? 2 damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fire handles it very swiftly. Fetch the basic mountain. There it is. One of the two.
But this is what, I was saying, if this game ends up into round 5, 6, 7, I really feel like that favors Terran.
Oh, for sure. Even if Terran just spends the next 3 turns getting the pieces together, just finding the pieces, getting a lot of preparation.
Oh my. Busting out the tokens. Here we go.
Storm count 1.
Up to 4, red.
Storm count 2, Reckless Impulse.
Use 2 mana. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them until the end of your next turn. Oh my. Manamorphose DRC.
What is happening?
What is happening? And Terran still has the sequencing here is interesting.
No. Not the relay. Not the galvanic relay. Yes, the relay? Okay.
Let's pull the...
Yeah, I'm pulling it.
We're going to pull galvanic relay up. Oh. So exile, if I remember right, for every card or the storm count, exile that many cards from the top of your library. You may cast those until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
So, and in Storm, this is very important because really what Terran's doing is just refilling his hand for next turn. Did I see a breach? Is that a breach?
Yeah, he has a breach in hand.
So breach is the last card in hand. Manamorphose DRC. I see a ritual, an Archimancer, I think another ritual, and a land. Dude, Bobo has to win, have interaction for the graveyard, or he loses next turn.
Does a counterspell on... Does like a force of negation on the Underworld Breach, is that enough?
Maybe. Another ritual in hand?
Yeah, ritual to hand. I think the only form of interaction for Robbie here is the Brazen Borrower to petty theft.
But what do you petty theft here? Do you bounce the... I mean, you got to think the Archimancer is going to be coming down first. Do you bounce it?
If Terran gets greedy here, yeah, here's the DRC. Is it time for a Narcomancer? If it's time for a Narcomancer, this is where. No, it's still not good enough. Wanna know why? Manamorphose is instant speed.
Yeah. I'm confused about the sequencing here a little bit, though. I think Terran's trying to figure it out as well. Okay, so he's going to ritual first, netting some mana.
Oh,
Well, because
that's so
that's
loose.
that's the issue though. The issue is just being short on mana. That's the bobble in the graveyard. That's a huge hit.
Well, hear me out though. Hear me out though. Follow this. If he plays the ritual and it gets force negation, what does he have left? He has one untapped source. That's it. But if you played an Archomancer first, there's not a counterspell for it. Two, if the response is to petty theft it back to his hand, Terran just goes, okay, cast Manamorphose. For one. Make red green. Play it back.
I mean, if he had the force, he just has it. I think it was the right angle. But here's the petty theft on the Archomancer. So, going to cast a ritual. Storm count up to 5, up to 6 for the petty theft. Surveil trigger. So Terran's going to go up to the ritual resolve, and he'll go up to 3. And then if he lets the petty theft resolve, then the Manamorphose will resolve, and he'll go up to 5.
Yeah.
And then he'll be able to recast the Archomancer, which is going to add to the storm count. And he still has a ritual and a breach in hand. And ritual will plus mana, play the breach, play everything from the graveyard, and it's GG's.
I think this is just a matter of getting through the formalities.
Yeah.
Gotta find the grape shot. That's about it.
Well, the thing is with the DRC on the board, the actual it didn't even matter, but the actual bounce here might have been it just doesn't matter.
No.
It just doesn't matter because the DRC, the surveil, so recasting the Manamorphose and surveilling is going to keep refilling the graveyard for Terran and letting him continue to storm off and find what he needs to find, while also finding what he needs to in the deck as he surveils into the graveyard, right? So if he gets to the grape shot, excuse me, thank you, he can then just leave it, draw it, and win. Although, I mean, Robbie is at 18, so he does have to get the storm count up a little bit. And we did see Terran in one game double grape shot. So needs to get up to that 9 to 8 round if he gets to there. Another DRC. Oh my. Yep. So going to eat the lands first. So Breach is on the battlefield. Manamorphose. Net a mana. 2 Surveil triggers. At this point, this can be scooped.
Yeah. But I understand from Robbie's perspective. Robbie may not be on the radar for this deck. May not understand, may not have seen it before. It just wants to watch all the pieces work, watch the machine.
So he knows what the sideboard.
Yeah. Yep. So, and then if it's as simple as next game, just bringing in as much hate as you feel necessary, sure.
Another Manamorphose off the top. That's a draw off of your Manamorphose.
Yeah. What is this?
So that helps Terran because it's a free 2 cards in the graveyard instead of exiling 3 to cast the Manamorphose in the yard.
Mm-hmm. We're also getting 2 cards.
This storm deck
There's
is
the Grape Shot.
this storm deck is really good.
Grape Shot, target you.
Yep. So with Underworld Breach in the graveyard or on the board now, when Grape Shot goes to the graveyard, just recast Grape Shot.
Yeah.
So the storm counts high enough that that's game.
All
so
right.
Bobo on turn 3 right there. Terran's turn 4.
I wonder how aggressive Robbie's feeling right now. I think if I don't find, oh, that's Robbie's plan. He just needs to not die on turn 2. I know it sounds crazy. We're asking a lot, right? But Robbie has a Blood Moon in hand.
Right. Terran just bobbled himself, played a fetch land. So if he doesn't fetch here, that means he likes the card on top.
Is that an abundance or is that a nature's claim? Terran, please show me your cards.
Terran is going to fetch. Bobo pass. Think we'll get an ice here from Bobo? Or do you think he'll save it to possibly kill a creature?
I think the best EV play right now is tapping down the land.
I think it's killing a creature. So if he taps 2 to play, an Archimancer, fire just kills it, and it's 2 mana instead of 1 past the turn.
I just want to know what.
Yeah, and Terran does have an Archimancer in hand.
That has to be a nature's claim, right? Chat, I've got bad eyes. Someone help me.
Terran is fetching away.
Or is that a Veil somewhere in hand? That might be a Veil.
Might be a Veil.
But I'm thinking, my line of thought was just tap down the mana right now. Or yeah, hold up. But this interaction is definitely for this turn.
So Terran's going the DRC route. Land and artifact in the grave right now. Bobble, surveil, trigger. Leaving it. Liking it. Loving it.
Bobble, look at your top card. I wonder what it is. Oh, it's a subtlety. Sorry, Nick Sporn, I did not see your message. But yeah.
I think
it's a Veil.
Terran's not going to like that subtlety, knowing it's in hand.
Well, I think what he's not going to like even more is the fire that's going to shoot down the DRC. Bobo's going to untap, play. Oh, better.
Yep.
Just bada bing, bada boom. Skadoosh. Yeah, Bobo just takes a quick look at the top card, realizes it's a subtlety. Oh, well.
So the poker face from Terran, getting Bobo to go ahead and fetch it away. If you know Terran, that is no joke. Terran is very very good at being stoic.
Yeah.
I would have looked at that and I'd have been like, oh man, my opponent would have never fetched. Yeah.
I think my response almost all the time is sick. Untap, land, Blood Moon.
Terran drew for the bobble.
Oh no, an agent. Okay, so this is what we call hoping for the best.
Going for pressure here. Bobo says, I'm putting 10 power on the board. That is a 2-turn clock. Unless you can block something.
And Odoweewoo goes to the bottom.
And I mean, I don't mind the play there. And you Blood Moon also, look at Bobo's mana. If he has,
I know.
yeah,
I know.
can't
Well,
Blood Moon.
like he's stared down the barrel of 2 fetches now, right?
I don't think he has a Blood Moon in hand, does he?
I thought he did. I thought he had. I guess it might have been the Fiery Islet that I saw. It has like the same similar like
So
red circle in the center.
Archimancer down for Terran, and he's gonna net mana now. That's a Morphos. I saw a ritual in hand.
And Grape Shot.
That's double ritual, triple ritual. There are 3 rituals in hand and a veil and a grape shot.
Yeah.
So Terran's gonna be able to. I mean, worst case scenario, to stop himself from dying, he can clean up a little bit of Babo's board, but I still don't feel that that's good because that's going to empty out his hand. Terrence is going to pass. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
So he's looking into 2-turn clock here because turning him sideways.
And this just got significantly worse for Terran.
Did Terrence shock? I missed. I thought he was at 18.
Yeah. There's the fire for the Anarchomancer.
Yep.
And pass the turn. Oh. Endurance?
That does look like an endurance in Robbie's hand.
Yeah.
Does he have a pitch to it?
I don't think it's gonna matter too much here. Granted, don't think we can count it out too much. 1, 2, 3 rituals.
4.
4 rituals. The Manamorphose, the Grape Shot. That's 7. You get 7 copies of Grape Shot. You go 2 to the Shardless Agent, 4 to the Rhino.
Oh, he's splicing.
Yeah, good way to save mana.
Yep. Use 4 mana. Splice it. Make 6. Back to hand.
But yeah, best way. Sure. I don't know, Taryn. I don't know, bud.
No, and the problem here is it just leaves him empty-handed. And
Yeah, so 2 and 4 straight agent and Rhino. Yeah.
yep. But Terran's dead on the backswing because
There's a fire
Rhino
ice.
plus fire.
Yeah. So all right. Game 3 looks like.
Babo's like, sweet.
Boom.
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 Yep. And there it is. Babo's a happy camper. Oh, Babo down to 5. Oof. I see a force in hand though. And it looks like endurance. Those are interactive cards that help a little bit.
Not interactive enough, I think. But it might be enough.
The weird thing is, it really depends on what angle the Storm deck is trying to win through. Like endurance is, oh hey, you're pretty good here if there's trying to win through the graveyard and breach. And then if he doesn't care and he's just casted a bunch of spells, it's not very good. But
No.
Still blocker, blocks the DRC, blocks the DRC in the air.
Oddly enough, Grape Shot is a sorcery, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Terran shocking. Robbie starting out with
Gemstone Cavern.
yep.
Yeah.
So Down to 3 cards in hand, though. Exiled a Subtlety. Force in hand, a 3rd land, and I can't quite tell what the other one in between is. Terran's shocking again, down to 15.
We in the biz call this risking it for the biscuit. Don't ask me who the biz is. I agree. Project Dre. I would have kept the endurance as well.
Is there an Empty the Warrens in the hand? Is that what he's going for here? Just create Bobo's on a mall, just create a bunch of goblins
And Sir Simeon, to touch on that line of thought, we understand that it's still like the grape shot still gets the 2/2 and the 4/4, but Robbie had 2 fire ice in hand, so ice on the one ice taps down Gigantha. The second copy, the fire shoots Terran for 2, and then the 4 damage from the Rhino.
a grape shot off the top for Terran. I don't think that's he's on the galvanic relay path. Okay.
Yeah. Exile the top 8.
That's a couple of breaches, a bobble. Oh my. That is not what you want to see if you're Bobo. Tell you what, that galvanic relays, nasty.
Yeah, it is, especially in this pile.
Fetch for Bobo, going to go down to 19.
Kyle, do you remember the days where we would sit across from our Twiddle Storm opponent or our Gift Storm opponent, and we'd be like, man, that deck is so strong. That's crazy. Just a few pieces and they have it.
Yep.
And then this deck comes along, and you're like, wow, this feels even more consistent.
Yeah, this pile looks like the real deal to me. It looks really good.
Yeah. And it's the perfect deck in a player like Terran. Someone that just wants to just play all the spells, take all the game actions.
Robbie, I'm trying to see what the other card in hand is. It looks like he has a pitch. Is that a Fire and Ice or a Dead Gone over there?
It's probably a Dead Gone. Just knowing his luck. Terran will be sad this turn is my prediction. Oh, man.
So Baba putting the Dead Gone in response to...
There's no not grape shot. There's no metamorphose. So that's good.
So bounces it back to hand? Is that what that does?
Yep. Dead is a 2 damage. Gone is bounce.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Could be wrong, chat. Could be wrong. Let me pull that up. Oh, Lord.
Storm counts 3. 3 mana for Terran.
Yeah. Dead is 2 damage, target creature, and Gone is 3 mana to bounce a creature you don't control to its owner's hand. Yeah.
What's the toughness on the Archimancer?
2. It's a 2/2.
Why not dead it?
Unless it's not a 2/2. Definitely thought Goblin. Yeah, Goblin and Archomancer is a 2/2.
Maybe he
Um,
wanted him to
he
have
could.
to
Oh, so
cast it.
he can't breach it back.
Yeah, was it because of breach?
Sure. Makes him jump through a few more hoops. Oh, Fire Ice on top. Both the breaches are gone now.
I think he has another one in hand.
Yeah.
So down to 13 for Bobo.
Another Goblin and Archomancer in hand.
Well, that's the one he bounced.
No, no. He has two.
Oh, two. Gotcha.
Yeah. Dos. And two, what's Reckless Joy? One. Two.
Is he going to reckless? Well, yeah, he might just
Reckless
pass
Joy
here.
on Robbie's end step.
Might get a Brazen Borrower bounce here or a Fire and Ice.
Yeah. Brazen Borrower bounce.
No. Looks like Brazen Borrower.
Cast.
Some pressure.
Oh. Gosh. That's exciting. Down to 11.
March, exiling March and reduced by 1 for Goblin. Yep. Terran's saying, hey, I get to. It's 3. That is an empty DRC. No lands for Terran though.
And remember, chat, that black and white card with the red border is Reckless Impulse.
Ritual for 1, make 2 mana. Or no, that's in. Is that breach?
That's just breach.
That's just breach.
That is. Force negation the breach. Hardcast. Yeah.
Storm is 2. I think that breach is also gone, so that's the 3rd breach out of the deck.
Quick maths for those sitting at home. 3 lands, 3 cards in playable exile, 1 in play at 7, 2 cards in hand is 9, 6 cards in the other exile. Yeah, Terran's dealing with less than half of his library left. Yeah, who needs lands when you have the power of friendship? Yeah, the Koman, if you want to try that theory out later, just hop in the Discord with us and just say that. Just ask people who needs that.
So Storm is up to 5.
Bobble you endurance. Ooh, yee.
The real thing is those endurance. I mean, other than becoming a blocker, doesn't do a ton because the breaches are gone.
Yeah,
I mean,
Terran might be on the
Real Coleman says it's 3:15 a.m. for me. I'm literally waiting for Terran to win so I can go to sleep.
Oh, 3 a.m. What? That's 6 hours. That is UK.
So I was thinking Terran was gonna take this one down, but right now I'm feeling like Bobo's in the driver's seat. So what Bobo can do here is just kind of actually sit back and let Terran have to attack with the DRC, flash in the endurance, and
Block.
block,
Yeah.
get rid of the DRC, and yeah, and I think that might be what happens here. Although Terran does know about the endurance, he saw
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. He knows about it. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Terran still has to attack at some point.
Yeah.
And
3:15 is Netherlands, France, and such. Oh, okay. Gotcha. UK is 5 hours. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. But Komen? We're German?
well, we're really excited that you're hanging out with us at 3:15 in the morning now.
And to be honest, we are also in Discord at 3:15 local time. So, you know.
And here's the I have to attack, exile
Yeah.
your graveyard. So good play there by Bobo. Gonna get the block.
Man, EU showing up and showing out today in the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, put it on the bottom. Block your 1/1. Play your another 1/1. Cast the ritual. That puts an instant in the bin.
I see a Galvanic Relay in hand. Terran is going to reload.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
You can hear the shotgun racking.
I'm just sitting here like I was thinking, I'm like, man, Bobo's played well. He's pulling ahead. He's gonna lock this thing out. And I look in Terran's hand and he has drawn a relay and Storm is 3. And I gotta believe, does he have the mana? He does. I think he has the mana to get the Archimancer down. No, he doesn't. He's gonna be 1 short. No, if he plays the Archimancer, reduce it by 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can actually get the Storm up again, play the Archimancer.
Yeah, he sees the line. He's got big noodle. Big wrinkly brain. No smooth brain.
Yep.
Turd bird? Yeah. So we don't post a list for these decks, just our regular FNMs. But you also say you don't know the cards. Are you new to Magic? Or are you coming from a different card game?
One thing about the list, though, if you do want the list and you want to talk to the players playing, all these players are in our Discord and they're more than happy to share their list with you. So jump in our Discord and feel free to do that. And actually, Terran is going to be able. Oh, he's passing. Okay, I thought I had to read relay. I thought he hit a Morphos. And there's a Morphos there. I thought he could keep going. But yeah, if you jump in our Discord and just at the players for the list, or just jump into Modern Channel or whatever and say, hey, I really like that Storm list, or the Rhinos list, and I'd like to see it.
Yeah, the relay allows you to cast the spells until your next turn.
Bring it up.
Yeah.
Is it until your next turn or during your next turn? Because the one card that he has the weird art for, can't think of the name off the top of my head, I'm so sorry, chat, is until your next turn.
Yeah, it's during your next turn.
So during your next turn on relay. So basically it ends the turn.
Okay.
I can't see his life total.
It is 5.
Go ahead and go back to the other viewer.
Yeah. It is 5. Down to 4. Oh, no.
Ravanna Raven says Voidwalker is a problem for breach decks, and I agree. That is a great card to be playing if breach decks are making a comeback.
The lands
For sure, Turd Bird. Keep watching, learning, and studying. You'll get it for sure. So Terran gonna have to go for it here. Oh, down to 4. Gotta think he's gonna name non-creature here. Surveil getting rid of a Veil of Summer, which is nice. Morphos is a really nice hit to hand. Can't reduce it more than the one though.
No.
Oh, a land off of it. Another Morphos in hand. Going to use a green. Casting a Veil.
Yeah, Veil on the stack. If Robbie wants to do anything here.
Yep. Can't counter things now.
No.
Surveil trigger. Terran digging hard.
Or is he hardly digging?
Going to use the floating mana.
Galvanic Relay.
It's a good card, but I think it. Well, I mean, he can chump block. He can chump block the endurance, but if Bobo has
The
any
DRC
kind of
has
burn,
to attack this turn.
right?
Yeah.
The other issue for Terran that he obviously doesn't know about is Brazen Borrower is going to get through, and Bobo has Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
So unless he can ping,
That's a Underworld Breach.
but he can't cast any of that until next turn.
Yeah.
And he has a land in hand. So unless he draws a bolt off of this bobble,
That's a Footfalls.
he needs he's got to get a bolt, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's his only out.
Bolts or Grape Shot. Grape Shot was also there.
Oh,
Wait.
they missed the attack trigger.
Yeah.
There they go. They're backing it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Pass to you. I'll fire. Target you. Yeah, and then attack you. Yep.
Terran has a draw though. What's the top card?
Yeah, you do get to draw here. Dead.
It was a land.
It's a land. Dedge. Dedge chat.